You know I had to do it. It's Friday. And the guys is on screen. They don't know. They kind of muted. They all muted. But hey, the show is about to start. We want to welcome in everybody. Thank everybody for joining in. So with that said, sit back and enjoy the intro. It is Friday.
Hey, throw that list away, all right?
Why are we around?
Yo, welcome to the show. It's a Chiefs Blitz night. Breaking down the plays, keeping everything tight. From Mahomes to the defense, we give you the scoop. Real talk, real stats, we the ultimate truth. This ain't no game, it's our passion on display.
The baby himself.
Chiefs Blitz podcast, real fans unite. Every touchdown scored, we ignite the night. From tailgate chatter to post-game debate, we love our Chiefs, yes, never too late.
I would even bring MVS back in the middle of the season.
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar, sponsored by ChiefsBlitz.com, presented by UnderdogFantasy.com. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
You gotta unmute yourself, look, Nick. You gotta unmute yourself. But again, welcome in, everybody.
I didn't unmute myself. All right, there we go.
Well, go ahead. What you were saying, sir?
So, Four Guys in a Bar, presented by Chiefs Blitz, ChiefsBlitz.com. You're the top source for Chiefs news, and of course, the place where you can find this amazing podcast. If you haven't subscribed yet, we got some new people in there. Please hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. I'm Nick Athan. That is Hense Todd, my partner extraordinaire in this massive adventure we call Chiefs Blitz. Four Guys in a Bar. It's been a wild ride. Can you believe we're in year 3 technically of our podcast? That's pretty incredible.
So with that said, let's get right into our sponsor of the show, and that is Underdog.
Let's do it.
Baseball is back.
That's right. Major League Baseball is back, and the only thing better is having a chance on opening day to win $500,000. All you got to do is play the Underdog Fantasy Split the Pot game, pick your favorite baseball player, and hope they hit the longest home run of the day, the deepest dinger, and you'll get a chance to share in $500,000. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com, register for this opportunity, and make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. That's right, Underdog Fantasy. There is some opening day today, so I think it's still open. We'll change that commercial for Monday, make it a little bit more Royals centric.
Any idea who hit the longest one yesterday?
I didn't see it. It wasn't me, so I don't care. So
I mean, who's the official measurer of the home runs?
Each stadium has a statistician who manages that, and then it goes up on.
So it's sort of like scoring an error or base hit. It's correct. Very subjective.
It is an estimated travel of feet, and there were a couple bombs yesterday in Kansas City.
Were there? Yeah. So was it Pasquantino? Did he hit one? Yeah,
Vinny hit one. Just got it over the fence.
Deep? Was it deep though?
No, it was under 350. So.
Okay. The short porch.
Yes.
I know the Orioles had a couple of guys hit two. I think Rutschman and Cedric Mullins both went yard twice. Nice. Up in the Great White North. Well, they should. And
I could go yard in that stadium.
Hell, I can hit. I can hit for a big one.
Can we relax now? They were at the Rogers Center in Toronto.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, taking shots at like the all-time park in the United States, Camden Yards. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Hey, how much power do you need to knock one like out the park though? Like, how much power do you really need?
It's the velocity of the ball meeting the bat in the perfect sweet spot, man. That's it.
I want to shout out somebody, man. I just got a message from Matt McMillan from the Chiefs. You know, a lot of people said a lot of stuff from my on my board, but the man said he loves it. He said he loves the board. He messaged me himself, said there's a lot of good players there. That hey,
let's just see if they'll get them though. I see your boy. Let's just see if they'll get them. Let's just see if they'll get them. You know what I'm saying? Like because the Glaze is out. His draft board's in the Hall of Fame right now. He got his own gold jacket. It's in the Hall of Fame. So we're gonna see if everybody gets picked off your board, sir. And there it is on display. the golden jacket, man. So tell us, how do you feel about your board? So why do you feel like your board is the shit?
Well, let's make first off, hold on. Let's make a distinction. Make a distinction between a draft board and a mock draft. That's two totally different things. Okay,
this is true.
When you're talking draft board, it's kind of how you have them. Okay, how you have them stacked. You know, if you listen once in a while, maybe this would go a little smoother. Okay.
I don't know.
So it's two different things. So just, you know, when you're talking about a mock draft, talk about a mock draft. You're talking about the actual your draft board, how you have the guys stacked. That's
So right now, I feel like everybody on this panel got some good picks. I don't really toot my own horn. I just stay quiet and stay content. You know what I'm saying? If my guy's on there, I'm not gonna say much. I'm gonna say,
because you know yours have no chance of coming in. So
I'm looking for a special teamer to go at least in the second round.
The old adage: it's better to remain silent and be thought the fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
I second that.
All right, shout out to I'm gonna shout out everybody. Ken Sinclair, Ruben,
Yes.
Robert, my little cousin. Thank you for joining in.
What's happening, Robert?
Thanks to the other one. Who is that?
Weston, what's going on? He said he's doing his mock draft now, guys. He's doing his mock draft now, man. Yeah, he's doing it now.
Yes, let's go.
And don't forget Saturday show. It's gonna be me, Trey, and Mango doing the live show, man. We're gonna be doing the live board once again for everybody that loves, you know, that's addicted to the board, addicted to the golden jacket. I had to offer.
You know what's crazy, guys? I think everybody's first pick is kind of like similar. Everybody might go tackle, but the second pick is interesting because everybody got different options in the second pick. Everybody got a different position in the second pick, second round, man. So it's intriguing to me. I'm like, why are people taking tight ends and running backs? You know what I'm saying? Or wide receivers, gold jacket. So it's like, because it's kind of crazy. I'm like, okay, now who they going to pick in a second? Like, because like I said, the Chiefs got a good defensive front four. They got a good front four. It's like, do you add to that?
Speaking of the draft, we had a little news.
We have news?
If the baby
coming up.
Breaking news. Texas Tech tight end Jalen Conyers has drawn interest from the Chiefs during the draft process. As we have stated, the Chiefs will draft another young tight end in this draft. Just don't know what round it's going to be, but this is a good player. Patrick Mahomes is
let's not take a victory lap quite yet.
Nope, it doesn't mean anything. He could be an undrafted free agent for all we know.
Yeah, man.
They're doing their due diligence, and if Jalen has a good agent, this would be a good message to get out there.
Yeah. I just feel like a tight end. It's like, damn. It's like, how many times
guns up, baby? Guns up. It's Texas Tech.
I'm more excited for the games, summer games now, because all these damn tight ends. Who's gonna be the one to come after Kelsey? You got your boy 50 Shades, Wiley. He come back from an injury. Now they talk about looking at this young man right here. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well,
also we got a little more updates. Go ahead, Nick. Oh, did we lose Nick?
Take your time.
Go ahead, Lou.
Chiefs defensive line coach Joe Collins, defensive line coach extraordinaire. We got to put that in there. Joe Collins was president at the Texas A&M Pro Day with a focus on Shamar Turner and Nick Scorton, per source. So Joe Collins out there beating the bushes to add to his group. Now, Shamar Stewart is kind of an intriguing dude. I mean, a lot of athletic ability out of this world, right? Not a big finisher, hasn't done a lot in terms of sacking the quarterback. I get it. He's playing in the SEC, a lot of pressures. Those are pretty subjective as far as numbers, but that's a guy that you really got to know. Scorton, I think, is a little bit more productive, but again, hey, they're doing their due diligence. You got to get out there and get hands on these guys. Coach, hands and feet. Let's do it.
Hands and feet, man.
Joe Collins. Yeah, coach,
that's right,
baby.
We like
there go Nick. We was wondering what happened to Nick.
Yeah, my microphone's acting up again. I can't touch it. Can't touch it. So
can't touch it. Hey, you know what? You know what's crazy though? Like again, I don't mind like the Chiefs really going heavy on the defensive line though. I love the rotation. You gotta have a great rotation of guys. So I'm all for that.
Hey,
all for that.
Can't have too many.
Sure the hell can't. You can't have too many defensive linemen.
Nope.
Keep them fresh. You keep them fresh, man. Yeah. Can you imagine having a bunch of linemen that can just get pressure? Everybody can get pressure. They just great at getting pressure. That is going to be a success, a high success rate for the secondary. Hey, maybe Joshua Williams can get up that.
Another news. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. ESPN Public Relations put this out today. You're tired of the Kansas City Chiefs nationwide? Well, too bad. So sad. A new ESPN original series on the Chiefs is in development. It'll be a multi-part docu-series that will explore the franchise's storied history. I'm assuming they're going to go back to the Hank Stram days. Remarkable modern-day dynasty told through the unprecedented access to the team's 24 season. Now, the season didn't end great, but nonetheless, ESPN PR, knowing that the Chiefs are the most popular team in the NFL, the highest-rated team in the NFL from a broadcast perspective, why not? And I'm sure Amazon will come up with one as well. So we'll see what happens. But ESPN is going to be putting this docuseries with the Kansas City Chiefs working together. So I guess cameras were rolling, thinking they were going to three-peat. Instead, they did not. So we'll see how the end of the series goes.
I got reality is reality, man. Let's go.
Yep. All right, guys. Kareem is in the building.
With that said, speaking of the draft, what does a fifth-year option mean to this team? How important is it to this team? Go ahead, Nick.
Well, obviously,
a little context.
Well, I think there's been some discussion about whether the Chiefs trade out of the first round, and that mean there's no fifth-year option available for a guy that they deem in the first round that has value and they want to keep as long as they can before having to restructure or re-sign his contract. So, I think that, Clark Hunt has valued that fifth-year option, and in certain situations, it's worked out good for the Chiefs. They're going to have two coming up with George Karlaftis and Trent McDuffie. So I can definitely see the benefit there. For Clyde Edwards-Helaire, it didn't work. But again, I think this draft is. I think this question is going to be answered more by, that's the preference of the team to have that first round pick. But if a good trade partner comes up, then absolutely the Chiefs will definitely look at moving out of the first round into the second round. I don't think it's going to impede them this year because I think at pick 20, pick 31, we're not really sure what they're going to get. Could they get a franchise defensive tackle? Could they find a stud offensive lineman? We just don't know.
So the question is, why does the fifth-year option matter so much? And that's just in general. It matters because you got to figure out who this person is. And the whole 5-year span, what have you accomplished? What have you achieved in the whole 5 years? Was you a dud? Did you live up to expectations and whatnot? That's why it really matters. So again, if you look at this is George's this is George's fifth year.
No, this is his fourth year, right?
Fourth year.
Fourth year. They'll be deciding the fifth-year option soon.
I think they have to do it in May, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So for me, a fifth-year option does matter because, like I said, are you going to pay this guy? Or are you going to trade him off? Sometimes he can be a viable asset to use the trade bait. So
that's true.
Look at New England. They do it all the time. They get they flip you, get your rookie, they flip you, man. They build you up, man, and get some picks from you. That's what they do. Build you up and get picks from you. So
yep, that's right.
So
in general terms, just the obvious is right there. It's a fifth year that you get control over your draft pick.
Yeah.
And the lower you go down in the first round, the lower that fifth-year dollar number is. So to a guy like a Trent McDuffie, that kind of sucks for him because now he has to play another year for an amount of money that's probably a lot less than what he's worth. But from the team's perspective, this is amazing. Now it's collectively bargained. The NFLPA agreed to this. So every GM, every owner is a fan of the 5th-year option. It's not a Kansas City thing. It's not a Clark Hunt thing. You have cost control for an extra year with your first-round guys. Plus what Coach said in terms of that's another year you get to see who this guy is if you haven't already decided. So that's why it matters so much. Again, it's cap friendly for you. And then you also have that opportunity to give them that extra year. And if you've got a guy, you have your franchise guy. Now, not only do you get a 5th year, you actually have the franchise tag. You can lock somebody up for 7 years.
Right.
So it's of ultimate importance, in managing the
Bengals
cap
did.
and managing the cap and keeping your best player.
Yeah.
I'll say that it's a great option to have, like on quarterbacks and, on some big time players. So like maybe a wide receiver as well. If a wide receiver, comes out to be, a superstar that you expected when you drafted him, maybe that's a good option to have on him. But like people, Mango said in the chat, I don't see Clark Hunt moving out of the first round, to give up the 5th-year option. He's been doing that for since he's been, since after Frank Clark trade, I think.
Right.
So I think that could be that could actually be its own subtopic here, in terms of, do they want, like you said, Clark's doesn't want to trade to give away that 5th-year option. That could be the case.
Could be.
The other part of it is the value that you get. So if you're able to get an extra player, say you get like a premium pick in this draft or next year's draft, that gives you another bite at the apple. So you kind of weigh that out. Okay, if we're going to move down 3 or 4 picks, okay, we lose that 5th-year option, but we get another 3rd-round pick, right? Or a second or first-round pick next year. That could be pretty valuable. So I don't know that you could. And again, this is another one of those things that you can't kind of lock in before the draft. We're definitely picking this position, or we're definitely keeping this pick. I think you just kind of see the way the board falls, and then you make your decisions as you go.
Exactly.
So with that said, is the roster, is the Chiefs pre-draft roster set before the draft?
I think so. I don't really see any super surprises. I don't think we're going to see any big trades. I think who we have on the salary cap floor is that's the team that is going to go into training camp, less the draft picks and the undrafted free agents. But I kind of thought maybe Stephon Diggs would be an interesting thing, but he got a mega deal from the Patriots.
Sweet deal.
For a guy who's injured and then shown no signs that he can be ready by opening day, that's kind of
New
crazy.
England spending some bread, boy. They say, hey, this ain't the old New England Patriots. They spending some bread, boy. We know who they are, man. They willing to spend some bread to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Amari Cooper's the only guy out there that I'd like to see the Chiefs at. Other than that, I think the.
Do you think he'll be a good? Do you think he'll be a good fit though? If the Chiefs,
I think he'd be a great fit for Kansas City. Perfect fit.
Yeah, because I think he'll be a better. I think they would have got him the same with the whole D-Hop situation. They would have got him instead of D-Hop. I would have been fine with that. Because I like Cooper. He just never got his shine for real. He just really never got his due.
Well, he just didn't have. They didn't use him right in Buffalo, and they never used him right in Cleveland, and with the carousel at quarterback. I think he'd be terrific in this offense. I think he'd be a super smart veteran. We all loved him when he played for the Raiders. He was just electric, and I think this is the one addition that I would say, go for it, especially if, they don't get the wide receiver they want in the first or second round, then maybe you bring him in.
They said Lockett's still out there, guy. I know Lockett. Lockett be
not a big market for him.
Why is that though?
Well, it would be very interesting to see just kind of what, and I've brought it up over the last few shows, is like what we haven't heard those guys associated with any teams.
Right.
So whether it's age or durability or whatever it is, teams waiting till after the draft. That could certainly be the case. But if you really wanted them, you go ahead and get them. in terms of the question, I think, I don't think they're going to make any moves that are going to say, okay, well, where they're going to bring in a guy to be a starter. You may still see a couple of smaller moves by Veach just to kind of fill in some places going into camp. But yeah, I agree with Nick. I don't think there's going to be anything major at this point. Outside of, like, again, if Cooper is right, in other words, they feel that there's no injury issues and he is willing to play at obviously a affordable rate, then
affordable rate,
that could be that could be a move that would make sense. I would.
I agree.
I think their roster is set. They signed the guys that they want to sign, and they going into this draft and say, "Hey, we're going to fill everybody else, in with this draft." Well, they got what, 7 or 8 picks, I think.
Yeah, 8 picks. I think we did a mock yesterday. I think they got 8.
No,
picks.
It's
7,
1,
8,
2,
8
3,
picks.
4.
So everybody can't, everybody gonna have you only can start at 11. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be.
Hey man, how many home? Do you think Veach gonna hit a home run with these 8 picks though? How many great picks, value picks is he gonna get from this draft, man?
I feel like they
got
probably
8 picks. Man.
They probably draft 5 out this draft.
You said 5. That's a good bet. That's a good bet.
5 going in and 8 and leaving with 5. So
could be.
That's why I think.
So are you saying it's gonna be 5 starters out of this draft? The 5 are gonna start this season.
No, I said 5 picks out of this draft with that 8. So
I think what he's saying is he's going to use some of those picks to move up at some point.
Okay.
Move around in the draft.
I don't know who's gonna start shit.
Also, speaking of the Chiefs, does Clark Hunt get enough credit for the Chiefs Super Bowl success? I don't think so, but go ahead, Nick.
I think he deserves a lot of credit. He's put his money where his mouth is. He's put a lot of money in escrow to, sign guys at top dollar. He's given Brett Veach pretty much full autonomy to build the roster in any way, shape, or form that he wants. Clearly, the Chiefs are making money. I don't think people understand how much money teams that are successful in the postseason earn. That revenue, those home game revenues, pretty much goes all to the home team. The Super Bowl, they get a share of the Super Bowl. As far as some of the TV stuff goes, obviously the increase in merchandise because the Chiefs are popular. I think what he's done, and it goes back to the conversation I had with him at the Derek Thomas Hall of Fame induction in Canton. He had just kind of taken over. His dad had passed away recently, and he goes, I hope. He told me, he goes, I hope I can duplicate what my father did at least once. And he's got 3 titles. 3 world champions in the last 6 years. They've been to 5 Super Bowls, won 3, lost 2. Unprecedented success under Patrick Mahomes. Is about to give Patrick Mahomes a massively new contract at some point between now and the end of the season to carry over to reduce some cap difficulties they're going to have the next couple of years with his salary. Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, Creed Humphrey, soon to be Trey Smith. Guys are getting top dollar. Even some of the backups are getting big money. And remember, you got to put that all that guaranteed money has to go into an escrow account and can't be touched. And if you're not cash flush or flush cash or whatever it is, it's very difficult to sign, high-end players. I mean, that's why what the Browns have done, kudos to the Bengals, kudos to the Brown family for finally, coming to the age and, ponying up the money to keep their star receivers. We'll be interested to see if they keep Hendrickson. But this is what you have to do. And I think the decision to bring Andy in, he was kind of talked into, bringing in Scott Pioli and bringing in Todd Haley. And I think there are other guys he wanted to hire. And he's kind of taken over. And with his help and Mark Donovan, Andy Reid running their respective sides of the ball, Clark deserves everything coming his way. And I think he doesn't get enough credit for the 50-year gap in which we all suffered. Well, at least Lou and I did. That just makes no sense.
It all started with that plane when you stopped the plane from going to Arizona.
It's hard to tell. I mean, how do we know if an owner is getting enough credit or not?
Right.
I guess that's a difficult one. Again, I don't live in the community. I don't know how people talk about him, so I couldn't really say. I think the biggest thing that you can applaud him for is the people that he's hired and empowered them to get the job done. and doesn't really meddle too much, at least that on the surface. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but outwardly it seems like hired Andy Reid, they promoted Brett Veach, Mark Donovan comes in, and so he's given them, I think, all kind of the leeway to say, hey, you guys know football, just talk to me about the money, I'll okay thing, whatever it is. So not every owner, I think, the more you look at the league, there's a reason why there's still about, I don't know, 8 teams that have never been to a Super Bowl, have never won a Super Bowl. There's even more. Mm-hmm. I think that it's also a myth that a lot of these guys are in it just to win. When the money has got to the point where it is now, where you're getting like a $400 or $500 million check just from TV alone, I mean, in the back of their minds, they got to be thinking, if we win the Super Bowl, yeah, maybe it'll be worth a few more bucks, but do we really need to go crazy spending cash and putting all that money away? So again, from that perspective, I think you got to give him his due. He's in it to win and win in a big way. So hired the right people, let them do their jobs, and results.
I think Clark getting great credit. I mean, his credit score is high, man. You know what I'm saying? He's getting his due. I don't know where his question came from.
Yeah, I don't see
nobody even talking down about him, man. He's getting his due, man.
He's not. They're not turning him down for a car loan. Okay.
His credit score is high.
He got great credit. Nah, but he's good, man. He's good,
his
man.
Credit score is high.
Hey, he got a high credit score, man. Nah, Clark is good, man. Clark, he's good. I don't think nobody talking down about him. If not, you got to give him more love. Like you said, he accomplished so much, man, in the last couple of years, man. And I mean, the Chiefs are well known right now. We nationwide right now. We expanding and whatnot. Well, y'all expanding and whatnot. So
global.
Yeah, man. So like I said, he's getting the love, man. I don't know where that came from. The man is getting good loving. I tell you that.
But yeah, I'll say, like I said, it started out with stopping that plane for go to Arizona, getting Andy Reid, drafting your day one quarterback, and Patrick Mahomes, and the rest is history. He said that when he first hired everybody, that everybody report to him first before they make any decision.
Hey, I heard that shout out to Arizona, bro. I heard a little diss. You talking about you stopped him, Andy, from going to Arizona. Hey, who knows, man? Who knows? We would have been a talk. You know what I'm saying? So,
but again, that it's all started from there, and rest is history. And he gets enough credit here in Kansas City, but nationwide probably not. But other than that, So speaking of Andy Reid, how many more years will Andy Reid coach Lou?
I say he's here as long as Patrick is here.
I agree. I agree.
Mike, you go. What'd you say, Nick? Your mic muted.
Nick feeling too.
He's gonna coach into his 70s?
What's that?
You think he'll coach into his 70s? Really?
I'll stick to what I said. As long as Patrick is playing, he's coaching.
I don't know if Mrs. Reed's going to go for that, but we'll see.
I think she might enjoy it more than he does.
Well, it's true.
I mean, to me, she basically gets to do whatever the hell she wants.
Well, she's $20 million a year will do that to you.
Didn't she do some TV and such, a little spot acting? Come on.
No, I don't think so.
She's got to be loving life.
Maybe she was in that.
Was that a spoof? Movie. Didn't she appear in one of the Law and Orders? Wasn't it?
Yeah, she did.
Did she really?
Crazy.
Yeah.
We'll have to get that clip. I have not seen it.
Winston said he got his draft board. He said he's got his mock draft fan.
He did. He sent me his mock draft.
Real talk. Okay,
right,
so
Winston.
King Mo says
cool.
He said he's younger than P. I think Andy Reid is younger than P, right, gentlemen? Younger than P. Oh,
by
yeah.
About
he got
7 years.
Oh, yeah. He's playing. But, hey, Lou made a good point. Now, the great Patrick Mahomes, man, if he said, I got enough money, I'm good, does Andy Reid stay? Like I said, he already accomplished so much as a young Titan. So if he say, I'm good, is Andy Reid, is he going to leave? I mean, that's a good point.
He may want to develop diabetes and get on Ozempic for a bit just to make sure. But other than that, I think as long as Patrick's behind the center, that's all he needs.
That's all he needs, man.
We'll figure out the rest.
I say long, like Lou said, long as Patrick here, Andy Reid's gonna be sticking around. He's going. That's his quarterback of the dreams. You know, I know he had Donovan McNabb and other guys, but this is a quarterback. You know that he wanted, he got, and they tied to the hip, and that's where it's going to be for many years to come until he.
Mahomes be the same player though. If Andy Reid do leave,
that's up to Patrick. That's up to Patrick and how hard he. It's going to work in the years when he's body's turning 30s. He's chasing 3 kids around every day.
Shit, got the dad bod already clicking.
So listen to his work. His offseason workouts. If you've seen any of them, he's pretty fired up. So I think that I think Andy. I think his contract is out at 2029, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be 70 years old or about 70. I think if he steps down before Patrick is done playing, I think Andy will still be highly involved in the franchise in one aspect.
I like that, Nick.
He's going to pick his successor along with Clark Hunt, and it's going to be a mutual decision because I think Andy's earned it.
Ain't gonna be no damn Nagy. I tell you that.
No, I don't think it's going to be Nagy, but I can see Cliff Kingsbury in 4 or 5 years.
Hey man, you know what? If Cliff Kingsbury was to be the guy.
So you think as loyal as Andy is? Now, I'm not saying they would hire the guy that he puts up, but I would have to believe they'd respect him enough to do it. But I would think, I don't know that he goes outside his own coaching tree. I think he really would. It would be one of those guys. Now, Spags will be too old. Tobe will be too old. So is it Nagy? Is it Doug Peterson? Is it one of these younger dudes on the staff? Wouldn't that be?
What? That's a good point, though. You want to keep it in the family tree, But hey, Cliff Kingsbury's out there, man. He's one hell of a coach. He was my guy. I picked Bo. I like Cliff Kingsbury. It wasn't you, sir. I'm the one that pointed Cliff Kingsbury out on this panel. It was me.
He took the money to go coach a crappy franchise,
and now Bo thinks he's the greatest ever. First of all, he was Arizona first, brother.
Everybody know that's the truth. You wanted him out of Arizona. So
I did not. I wanted a certain particular GM out of Arizona. I never say Cliff, man. But that's another topic for another show.
But speaking of success, can the Royals carry? This is a Royals catcher. Now we go into the Royals. Can the Royals carry the Chiefs championship success? Go ahead, Nick.
I threw this in there just because yesterday was the home opener. Hense and I were there, and of course the Royals imploded in the 8th and 9th inning playing stupid baseball, and they ended up losing in the 10th when it went into overtime or extra innings. I spent a lot of time in the offseason comparing Patrick Mahomes and Bobby Witt Jr., and you have generational players, and I was really shocked to find out that a lot of Major League Baseball pundits have picked Bobby Witt Jr. as the MVP over Shanti. And I thought that was really interesting.
Shohei Ohtani,
the
greatest baseball player on the planet.
Yeah, well, they're stating that Bobby Witt.
If we're going to do a baseball topic, let's know who the top baseball player.
Sorry, I'm terrible with names. I can barely remember my own.
Damn boy.
But anyway, it kind of shocked me. And Lou's right. He's
not always.
He's proven everything is one of the greatest, if not the greatest. Judge is great, obviously too. But I think for the Royals, this is their opportunity. Both franchises are looking for new stadiums. The Royals are kind of where the Chiefs were. Right. Maybe Patrick Mahomes just got there. Maybe the second year. They kind of remind me. They're kind of in that same flow. It's either they're going to start ascending, and the division is an easy get. Okay, right. It's not the most difficult division in baseball by far. You've got some teams that are financially strapped, mismanaged. The White Sox will never be relevant for a really, 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 really long time.
Damn.
The Twins are just injury prone. The Guardians are the kind of the class of the division right now. And then you got the Royals.
The division sucks, damn.
And Tigers. They got a bunch of young guys that are going to hit their sophomore season, so we'll see how they do. But I think I think there's a really great opportunity here for the Royals to not maybe be on the same plane as the Chiefs, but can be on a successful track.
I agree.
And to where they can be a perennial, going for division titles. And once you get to the postseason, I don't care who you are. You get 3 solid pitchers that pitch 3 solid games. You're going to win that series for the most part.
Man, baseball is the game of rotation, ain't it, man?
Yeah, it is exactly that.
Rotation, bro. Because I remember when the Royals did go, it was like, I'm like, because I was learning baseball. I was like, where's the pitcher they had? It's like, nah, Dre, they switch up. Mm-hmm. Like every game, like a different pitcher coming, the different games and whatnot. And I was like, that sucks. But I get it because you want to throw your arm out. I get it.
Want to throw the arm out. Speaking of that, what you got for us for fact or cap, Lou?
Oh, we've got a winner here today, boys. Let's go.
We got a winner today.
Every Friday, we love to play our game. I'll shout out some concocted statements. You can say that. Swiped from the headlines, of course, of the National Football League. So here we go. Puka comes out at some point, like earlier this week. And again, it's reported. Maybe it was taken out of context, but the gist of it was that he says he wants to retire when he's 30 years old. Damn. Hey, I'm going to make my money and I'm going to get out.
Yep.
Which I don't know how much his agent liked that. So the statement is this: Puka is definitely hurting his negotiating position with that second contract. Fact or cap?
Fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, you go out there, you say I'm gonna be done at 30, and you 4 years away, maybe 4 to 5 years away. Then that's gonna make the team look at you like, okay, cool. They're gonna have to come up and draft your replacement. So we will see what the Rams do with their first
round.
They're
definitely drafting a replacement.
So we will see what they do with them.
Definitely doing that shit.
I would say that's a fact. What you had to say, Dick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go fact as well. I mean, I think
the big
he made the statement in an interview, and he wants a big family. He comes from a 7 or 8 or 9 or something crazy like that, and he wants to start getting busy, and he wants to be a present father. So if he says he's going to play till he's 30,
getting busy, we got 7
we'll see. But hey, the man knows what he wants. I mean, Megatron, retired at what, 30, 31?
I think Barry Sanders retired at what, 30? What? How was Barry Sanders when he retired?
Barry retired early. Obviously, Andrew Luck retired early.
Well, the line whooped his ass, so that's why he retired, man.
Well, yeah, that's a different topic.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm gonna go with the big elf. I'm gonna go with fact, man, because you're gonna tell me, I'm like, what? That's when that's when you're in your prime, man. You're 30. You in your prime. You know the defenses now. You one of the best route runners. You honed in on who you are. Mm-hmm. You're focused. You down there. Now you're gonna tell them I'm done at 30. I said, well, damn it, man. Hey, I know the Rams are drafting a wide receiver now. You know what I'm saying? He's done. Yeah, he's done. I won't be surprised that man get released early. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna deal with that shit.
So he's probably all of 24 years old. He's probably already regretting what he said, but he may mean it. Who knows? We'll see. Hey, and of course, his coach has been known to kind of motivate guys to either stick around or be on your way. But the second deal, I don't think so much. But anything beyond that, then it would become problematic. But we'll see what happens. But Sean McVay is a great salesman. All right, so we are. I don't know, when does the annual meetings, the owners' meeting starts? Sometime soon. Maybe is it this weekend or beginning of next week? So you're seeing all these statements coming out about rule changes with the competition committee and so forth. So the latest one was the nose wipe celebration to be flagged.
I've seen that.
Of course, this is the No Fun League. I don't know if I recall anybody doing that, because they got rid of this a long time ago across the throat. That would be a little too adjacent for me.
I mean, I think Arn Anderson. That's Benoit right there. You know what I'm saying?
You're tempting fate. I don't know. What does the nose wipe? What exactly does that mean?
That's I got a booger in my nose and I want to be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. It's typically done after a big play, but all right. So So I don't know. I mean, are you being? Is this being too short?
But Lou, it's crazy. It's not like they throwing up sets. It's not like they throwing up gang signs, man. It's like, hey, right here, like I don't know.
It's a gangster reference.
Hey, I'm like, hey, what it is, man?
Just like the whole story.
I don't know. See, that's just it. I don't know if it is that, but. Obviously, the NFL thinks that it's disrespectful.
Right.
So, okay. So the statement is this: the league is correct in trying to eliminate any disrespectful celebrations, fact or cap.
For me, it could be like, okay, you ASS, your play is ASS, but for me, it looked like somebody snorting.
Called to his ass, man.
Well, I just brought that up to give it some context. I'm just saying, in general. The league is correct in trying to eliminate any disrespectful celebrations.
I'll say, you getting shit. NFL boy.
You gotta let them play, man.
You gotta let them eat, man. Have some fun, shit.
No, cap.
God damn, I say cap too, man. I'm doing this right here. I'm like thumbs down. You know, Knicks did the thumbs down thing. Now we can't put the thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? That's the next move, man.
I don't know if that one is or not. I think if you go do it like in the ref's face or you get in a player's face, then I think that's where they draw the line. Show some sportsmanship.
Oh, I think you told me to scoot back. I was like, he's talking about shaking hands. Hey, listen, I think the NFL is starting to become real goofy right now, man, because they doing all this silly stuff. You already changing the rules up. You can't hit certain players. You can't press on the line no more for real. And now you're talking about you taking away taunts. Ocho couldn't dance, man. That's entertainment. That's what brings us to the game. The youngest love to do it. I mean, if you feel you tender in the soul right now, don't play in the league, man. Like, don't play in the goddamn league. It don't even make sense to me. I think this is weak. I think this is real weak, man. Come on, because you're taking away the entertainment value from the NFL, and I think it's real weak. So I'm gonna definitely go.
Do we still live in America? Do we still live in America?
You know, the NFL still runs some criteria that, you know, not a lot of companies and businesses and leagues are doing anymore.
I say this. It can't
has a lot to do with it.
It can't be worse than baseball. Baseball, they can't even hardly celebrate.
Damn.
They just hit the ball, just come across the field.
You hit the ball and start running.
That's it. You can't get no celebration.
Slapping, chilling behind. Okay, might as well stop the slapping of the behind then. I don't know where the slapping of the ass came from, man. You get good, he slapping your ass. I don't know where that came from.
That came from Lou. Lou started it. I just meant
absolutely. I'm looking. Listen. I'm thinking like, what player, what GM was named Lou? I'm like, not Lou. But not real talk. Like when they start slapping on the behind though, like that's to me disrespectful.
Catch the ball, do a normal spike, go on to the next play. I mean,
oh my god.
I mean, if it's a postseason game or it's an overtime win, something like that.
Okay.
But here's the problem. I mean, this is just my opinion. I know we're kind of going off topic here, but it's like guys that make one tackle in a game and they go do this dance to celebrate how great they are, and it may be the only tackle they had the entire month. And I just go make the next play.
You said one tackle, go celebrate.
Elmo Wright, you know, former Chiefs player, started the whole end zone thing with his little dance, and you know it's gone into so many evolutions. And some of this stuff's kind of creative, and I actually like it. But, you know, I'm with Demetrio. Catch the ball.
Hold on.
And get back to the huddle and just.
What you say, DS? He said, catch the ball, get back to the huddle. Man, this like them Jerry Rice days, man. Come on. That's exciting.
I mean, those types of celebrations, that's okay. I mean, you see like these choreographed ones that like Cam Bynum did with Minnesota, and there's a bunch of guys that do them, and they're cool with that. I mean, I think the key here is in the statement is disrespectful. So if you're actually taunting or standing over something, you made a 4-yard catch and now you're standing over the DB like I just beat you, and that okay.
I got real quick. Ken said something funny. He said, "Or the guys that start doing crazy celebrations when they down by 25."
Yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah.
I put it like this before we could go to the next.
When did it start? Like the entire defense, if they get like a fumble recovery, interception, the entire defense runs down to the opposing end and the cameras. I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
I hate that.
Yeah. How did that work for the 49ers in Super Bowl 54?
What sucks is again when it's just a normal play in football and somebody loses their minds, like they just I don't know, they just recreated the wheel.
Celebrating the shit.
I put it like this. It depends on what type of celebration is, but like Lou said, like catching the ball, 4-yard pass, standing over the DB. As a guy that played the game, man, you got people talking trash in front of you all game. Y'all don't hear what's saying on the field, so you guys to do.
I'll talk heavy, man. I don't care. I'll talk heavy.
You get off.
They're not eliminating. I don't think they're eliminating the trash talking.
Right.
I don't think they're talking about that. It's just. I think it's just, and that's just it. I mean, most fans aren't privy to that. I think what they're trying to eliminate is just to have
talking about kind of like gang slur. They want to know like animosity,
just sportsmanship, man. I mean, it's a game. You're going to make some plays. The other team's going to make some plays. But as long as you're not embarrassing the other guy or being disrespectful, I think you're okay.
What you mean by embarrassing the other guy, man? If you talking smoke, man, we here. Let's go. We in it. Let's go. I'm riled up.
I can say all you want, but if you like start flexing over people, this isn't the WWE, coach.
Man, I'm on the side of your neck. You hear me? I'm like, let's get it. I'm like, let's rock, man. Like, listen.
Go watch Monday Night Raw.
My pregame speech. Ray Wills, listen. If you coming at me sideways, it's me and you, baby. It's me and you. Let's go. Let's eat.
Absolutely.
You know how to go. Bo, you know how to go, Bo. We come from them type of trenches, man. You know how it'll go. I
would say this, Lou. It also depends on the owner of the team and the coach on the sidelines. If your coach and owner is okay with it, on some of these teams, and they let the young guys be the young guys. Right. As long as you out there winning and cashing checks and filling the stands, they don't care what you do with your nose. And then with your fingers and everything else.
How you gyrate your hands and what you do, man, as long as you're producing, man.
Just make plays, score points, and go back to the huddle. And you can go on the side and do anything you want to.
This Jerry Rice stuff, man. Yeah. Like high fives and clapping of the hands, man. I want in your face.
So Lou, somebody come out there and bury you, hit you illegally. And next play you get up, you get a game-winning touchdown. You're going to go over there and say, thank you, guys.
I think you're missing the entire point of the whole thing, but okay, sure. You're going to celebrate. That's okay. I think the celebration is fine. It's when I think it's when you bring in stuff like with like the guy that would pulled up his shirt, right? Pulls up the shirt, pulls out the gun, or just they start shooting stuff like that.
I get that part though.
It's stuff that's the stuff that I think they're really concerned about. And if this means something more I got
a big ass booger in my nose and shit.
Whatever.
I'm trying to play like I'm on camera.
All right, so
you ain't gonna get it out that way.
Go ahead, Lou.
I hope you're wearing gloves at that time too.
Another visual I didn't need today.
All right, here we go. We have to have a Chiefs. We have to have a Chiefs one in here, and this will trigger everybody, and it's going to be misconstrued all the way around. So I'm not even going to try to explain it. But the Chiefs, within their first 4 picks, I mean, it's all going to be about explosion and making explosive plays. Okay. Yes. So unless one of those offensive tackles falls into their lap, the Chiefs will select a combo running back, wide receiver, defensive lineman within the first 4 picks. Hensley.
The picture may go sit in, got me over here in tears. But again, yes, he's looking like he said, hey, whatever it takes to get to explosion.
There you go. Blow it up. Let's go, Brent. Let's go, Brent.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. That's what it looks like. But again, I would say that's a fact. You got to take whatever it takes to get it done. Because we need more explosion on this offense.
Kamikaze.
we need more explosion on this
more explosive plays. I don't care where they come from, what position. Those positions are the ones that are going to put the ball in the paint. So let's do it.
If it can give us some dynamite, give us some spark, man, why not, man? Why not light it up, man? If it can give us some spark, why not, man? He ready. It's ready to explode. No, that's a picture of the offense,
kudos,
man.
Mango. I love that. That's funny.
Yeah,
So if it's a wide receiver in the first round, I don't care. If it's a running back in the first round, I don't care. If it's an elite edge rusher, I don't care. Somebody that's going to come in and make explosive plays. Let's go,
man. Yeah. Hey, listen. Real talk. If that's what I'm saying, man. If Luther Burns, I like Luther Burns. Okay, hence we did it last night with Higgins. If Higgins go out there, Higgins is the guy that one of my guys, man. I think he's buried in Luther Burton. I'm throwing it out there like that. I'm throwing it out there like that because he doesn't instant playmaker.
The only thing is he just doesn't fit the Chiefs profile when they draft receivers, right? I mean, typically they're a little bit smaller guy, real quick, shifty, in and out of breaks, can play in the middle, can play on the edge, wherever they need to put him. So somebody like Higgins, more that classic X type receiver. That's just not what they do.
I know, and that's what's horrible about it, man. It's like, God, that's what we need, but he don't fit the scheme. Does that make sense? That's what we need.
They just believe that's what's gonna. It's gonna be a winning combination.
We're going from a Hall of Famer to a munchkin.
It's like basically 6 feet. That's why Rasheed was kind of a breath of fresh air, right? I mean, he's a little bit bigger dude.
Yeah. Shit.
So everybody said fact around the board, but he looked like he said, "I'm about to do it right now." So hey,
and there's John Harrison with the definitive opinion. He'll shit a brick if he drafts running back and
pooping out of brick.
They have to go.
Let's hope not.
Hey, John, I agree, man. I agree, man.
Am I sick or what? I'd pay to see that.
Well, shit bricks. I want to see that shit.
Let's go, John. You're on record now, John.
It's got to be Friday.
Man, if they running back,
you will do that on the show after the draft.
Live, man, live, right?
Or hell, if it happens in real time, just have one of your kids record it and send it in.
Lou, you
like
that one, bro.
Like they do back in the day when they would try to get people to come to the to the tents and stuff. Like, hey, we got a man eating apples, but we got a man laying bricks from the back end.
Hey,
that's right.
He is using brick as paste to stack up a brick after brick.
We are here to create content.
I'm glad March is almost over.
That's right. That's right. No, if the Chiefs was to draft a running back in the first round, I'll be so pissed. I would be pissed.
Depends who it is.
It depends on who it is.
What you mean depend on who?
Well, here's the thing. Now, again, you're always when we use these simulators, you're always I guess subject to the fact that whoever is available, you're looking at.
Right.
So at least in the last 2 or 3 times I've gone through, for some reason, Omarion Hampton is there. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way in hell he lasts that long. But he's there, and I fight myself to try to take somebody else, but I can't do it. If he's there, I'm taking him because he would be the most.
Yeah.
Do you put your phone down and get up and say, should I do this pick?
I take a breath. Yes, absolutely. And I sit there and I wait. And no, I can't do it. I want that. I mean, if he's there, let's go. I mean, if he's the most explosive player on the board, I'm taking him.
Keyword explosive. So, now, if it's explosive, right. I just want the offensive line just to be he's a good bullet. But damn the gun, man. Does the gun take that type of bullet? You know what I'm saying? So when you get that line together, then guys, I'll go explosive in the second round. Absolutely. I'll definitely go explosive.
Again,
but
don't ever pass up great for good. So.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, gang. That is going to do it for this week's Factor Cap. Thanks for playing along in the chat. As always, we're brought to you by our friends at Underdog Fantasy Sports. Do we know, is the long ball still available?
There's still some opening day teams today, some teams that didn't open yesterday, so it's possible.
I don't know if after the fact they would still can I go backdate mine? But
no, I don't think so.
Go ahead, log in, use the promo code @Chiefs Blitz, whatever's available, you play. You're going to get some bonus cash as well. Yeah. So give it a ride.
Absolutely.
Give it a ride.
All right, that's Factor Capper again, provided by the great guys at Underdog Fantasy.
Shout out to Shitting Bricks.
Yeah.
I have some questions now from Lou and Nick. Now, have you ever seen it? Like, what was the most iconic championship entry have you seen? Like somebody bringing in like the trophy or Super Bowl, NBA, no matter. Because yesterday when I was got a clip of Ice Cube bringing in the championship for the LA, that was the most iconic.
That's pretty great.
I see like the guy coming in, driving a car, talking to the trophy. They made a whole video skit out about it. If you haven't seen it, it's one of the amazing things out there. How do y'all guys feel about it?
LA native, man.
I don't know. I mean, you probably have to go to you have to go to the parade in most cases because usually they just kind of unfurl a banner, right? I mean, that was a very LA thing to do,
right?
An LA dude in like a classic car. I mean, that's just, they do things a little differently out there, and that's pretty cool. So I don't know that you're going to find one much better than that.
That's I think for me, similar. I mean, when the Jayhawks won the 22 national or 20 national championship in basketball, they did a parade down Massachusetts, Mass Street, and Bill Self was in a convertible, kind of a blue. I think it was an old Mustang or something like that, and it was just sweet. So that was pretty cool. But I haven't seen Tom Cruise drop from the skies, bringing the championship.
That would definitely be a risk.
Yeah, that'd be pretty great. Ken, it was 2022. Thank you. That'd be pretty great. But I think here in Kansas City, we really haven't seen that. That signature, championship drop moment. But that was pretty cool yesterday, I thought.
Yeah,
besides
might be the only Dodgers thing I watch all season.
Besides Mahomes, I'm getting buzzed, man. It was getting buzzed. That first year they won it, it was getting buzzed, and it was just off the chain. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't say that, you know what I'm saying? But as far as bringing in a trophy, nah, we never seen nothing like that for real. Not like how Ice Cube did it. That was dope.
Yeah, that's iconic for me. And also speaking of an iconic night, this kid from Chicago is bringing Chicago.
Yeah, that's a deep ball spot. God,
I don't see the ball. Where is it?
You don't see that ball spot? That damn thing is thick. Let it go, LeBron. Let it go, man. Let that go, bro.
But other than that, if you haven't watched that game, it was an incredible game from the Bulls. The Bulls are back. They're not a joke. They remind you of the Kansas City Chiefs. Like any moment they can strike. At any moment they can strike. Like when Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, those guys were together. That's what the Chicago Bulls remind me of. If you look at them play and you look,
what's their record?
The team they have out there, it doesn't matter. The moment is not too big. The game is never over with them. Okay. It was only 2 seconds left. 2 seconds left, and this kid hit it from half court. Right in LeBron James' face. LeBron James
right in the back of his ball, not this ball spot loose.
Knocked the butterfly in the back of his head. But again, it was great. I'm gonna say it was one of the best games I've seen so far. Man, the Bulls are, they look like the Kansas City Chiefs to me. They had.
I mean, the Hunt family owns 10% of the Bulls still.
Same
colors. Man, well, the Bulls are 33-40. Now I don't know what kind of Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs this is, man. But do they got killer instinct? Do they got killer instinct? They do.
They killer instinct, like
they got some kill in them. They got some kill in them.
John, years ago, I put wood floors in Mickey Cobb's house. He had a powder blue 70s convertible Mercedes. Nice.
Damn,
love it.
All the way,
love it.
Yeah.
So if you need floors done, call John Harrison. There you go.
Not being from the area, who is Mickey Cobb?
I don't know.
I mean,
he had a 70s powder blue convertible Mercedes. That's the question.
It seems like a little bit of a flex for John. You shout out the guy's name. He must be somebody, right?
Yeah, well, he is.
John, do we know who Mickey Cobb is? Mickey Cobb, like famous Kansas Cityan?
Yes, Mickey Cobbs.
Yeah,
that would be a research. I'm gonna research real quick. Mickey Cobbs, man. But I say this though. I think like for real, going back to the draft, man, I really do think that first pick gonna tell me everything about Veach's mindset and what he want to do. Because like I said, it can go like I just hope to just go trenches with both sides. Honestly, the second pick is the toss up. Who cares? Like y'all get the toss up pick. It's a high pick. They get a wide receiver, a weapon, a running back, or a wide receiver, or a kicker, or a punter. Who knows? Who knows, man? But that first pick gonna tell me everything.
They get 4 picks in the top 100, so just make them wise.
Hell yeah, gotta make them wise, man. It's some good guys.
We looked at all his drafts, right? And there's been one in particular that seems to have kind of been like the building blocks of like the future. Mm-hmm. A good portion of those guys this is their final year.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so the three 7th rounders, Leo, Joshua, all those guys, this is almost their, I mean, this is it. Do any of them get extended? Do you see any of them getting extended?
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the true proof in the pudding. Now they all won. They all contributed to winning Super Bowls their first 2 years. Yeah. And now it's like, okay, where are we going now? Right? Because the 2 first rounders, I gotta believe they will be back. George and Trent. Teacuffs for those of
Teacuffs. I would think there's a good chance both come back if their deals are team friendly.
Well, there go your answer your question right there. He put it in the chat.
I seen it.
Mickey Cobb.
Rose trainer.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Right on, John. We didn't know, John. Everybody was kind of lost. I wasn't born back in that era, John. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
again, free plug. If you need floors, call John Harrison. There you go. Hey, Demetrio, also send me an email, chiefsblitzkc@gmail.com. If you're serious about the Dawson stuff, let me know. All right, chiefsblitzkc@gmail.com.
With that said, this is our Friday show. Enjoy the Friday. Come back Saturday.
Yep.
Me, Dre, and Mango will be going over the draft board live. Hey, I know people.
Okay, are you doing a mock draft?
Yes, we are.
Then tell the people what you're doing.
We doing a mock draft tomorrow, live. So like we did last show. So me, Dre, Mango, we're gonna be going over it again. So hey guys, I know a lot of people, ripped me a new one in the chat. They was all upset. But again, just come back and see what we do this time.
Hey, prepare to get your butt ripped open because everybody got their own pick, their own mind when it comes to what the Chiefs need and who they want to get. So be prepared to get a good foot into your ass.
I'll promise to watch if you guys promise not to draft any punters and kickers.
Damn, well, shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know what I'll probably do. I probably will. So with that said, also coming up too, I got JJ McCarthy and Jordan Harrison. We're gonna be joining some of the shows pretty soon. That's Virginia Tech.
Hey,
that's back court Virginia Tech for women's basketball. So they be coming on the show as well.
Hey, real quick.
I thought you had the quarterback from the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, real quick, DA, man, send us your mock draft, sir. Send us your stuff, sir, so we can, bro. I want to see where you coming from.
All right, we got Weston's, Demetrio. If you got time, anybody else? Get it? You got to get it to me today.
Hell yeah, I want DA. DA the one. That's the guy right there. I'm on DA.
I still got to do my new one.
All right,
we'll break it down Monday on on the show to let you know go over again. We're gonna grade it, man. Hey. Some of the grades probably good, unless you unless you was in Nick class and Nick gonna give you an A or B.
He gonna give you a strong B minus. That's probably what you're gonna get, a strong B minus, boy. And that's a lot coming from Nick, man. But hey, you don't want to be the T.
I'm just trying to spread the love, guys.
And I spread the love right with that T.
This is an elective. We'll just go pass fail.
You don't want to go trash. You don't want to get the trash, man.
Take my authority away. That's fine. All right, go ahead.
That's love, though. Nigga, no wrong with it, man. No wrong because you get these guys encouragement. You know what I'm saying? That's an encouragement grade. Like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a B minus.
So with that said, guys, we'll see you guys Saturday at 1.
I like that, Daniel. You for ungradable.
Hey man, he made that shit. I was rolling. He said you for ungradable.
Right.
Hell yeah.
That's what he gave. That's what he gave me on the show. He said
he did. He said you for ungradable. I said, damn.
But Matt for Chiefs. He said, hey, he liked the board. He liked the draft mock that I gave, and they probably bring it up. They probably put it on the Chiefs show with him and Mitch probably talk about it. So, hey,
yeah, we'll see. Of course.
With that said, also with that
mock draft for bricks.
Also with that, we'll see you guys Saturday, and Nick and Lou, if they want to join in, let us know. If not,
all right, guys.
No punters or kickers.
I hate her with the special teams remark. It's all right.
We'll see you Saturday at 2:30. All right, guys.
I love my special team people.
I bet you do.
Shut up, fool.
Gangsta.